Let's follow the life of the apple. It's microorganisms that cause the flower to develop. It's microorganisms that cause the apple to develop. But the apple's not ready to eat. It's too bitter. It has to ripen. What ripens the apple? The same microorganisms. They change roles according to the environment. And then no one eats the apple. What happens to the apple? It rots under the actions of the same microorganisms. They just change roles. Antoine Beauchamp gave another illustration. Mother hen sitting on 10 eggs. Someone comes and shakes the egg violently and puts the egg back under mother hen. They come back 2 weeks later. Little chickens are coming out. Where's the egg they shook? Mother hen has booted it out of the nest because of a bad smell. Gives off a pretty bad smell, all this stuff, doesn't it? What happened inside the egg? It's a sealed unit. Nothing came in there. It's a sealed unit. When I shook it, I caused massive cell damage. The microorganisms that would have been part of developing little chicken had to now change roles. They now took their suit of clothes off, so to speak, put their rubber gloves and apron on and became the garbage collectors, then the exterminators, till the undertakers, till eventually that rotten egg is what? Back to dust. It's the cycle of life. And so if any ever bacteria, yeast, fungus, mold are about, we've got to find out why. Why is it there? Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale, she was asked to go to Scutari. Scutari is the port where the Crimean War, wounded were being taken. Crimean War, British and the French were fighting the Russians. This is the Black Sea. The men wounded were put in boats, taken down to Scutari. A war correspondent went there and discovered that 50% of the young men that got into that hospital were dying because it was filthy, raw sewage in the corridors. And so the British government asked Florence to go there and see what she could do. And she was, as a woman, she knew her limitations, and the doctor said, "You're not coming in here, this is men's business." They wouldn't even let her come in. So she went to the kitchen and it was filthy there. So she contacted the British government and said, "We need a sanitary commission to come and assess the situation." And this is what they found. The hospital was built in a swamp. And it was ex-army Turkish barracks. It wasn't even originally built as a hospital. And they found a dead horse in the swamp, and the men were drinking the water out of that swamp. Dead dog, another one, dead dog in the swamp. I'm shocked that the death rate wasn't 80%. Isn't it incredible what the human body endures? So very quickly, they got the drainage happening. They got the drainage happening in the hospital, so there was no more raw sewage in the corridors. Started to boil the water. Florence Nightingale was eventually allowed to come in because another shipload of wounded came, 1,400 wounded men. Hospital was already overflowing, so they let her in and she started cleaning and scrubbing. Within 2 months, the death rate went from 50% to 2%.